So this isn't some fringe thing. I've seen a couple of people like posit this idea, so it does need to be called out for how ridiculous it is. I don't remember if I ever like actually made a video about this because I have addressed this topic in the past, but I don't know like with recent events if I've covered it extensively or like again, it's really difficult to keep up with like the insane narratives of the Pretendo community and what they're coming up with and what they're trying to tell people. Like, what is actually happening in the sphere? Because there's so much going on at any given time, and not a whole lot of narratives get any traction in this day and age. But I've seen this situation enough that it does need to be brought up and it does need to be talked about because this is absolutely appalling. Like, I think this is the lowest of the low. I think this is the current worst Pretendo take out there. Like, more than the Switch 2 thing, more than the whole, like, Nintendo should go on PC thing. This is the thing that makes my blood boil the most, right? And it's only because, like, I've seen it happen so much and I've seen so much, like, genuine support for it. This idea just needs to be like Old Yeller. Okay, it needs to be taken out to the back and just shot. I am sick and tired of hearing this idea. Some people want Mario and Luigi to be canceled so Nintendo can put more resources into Paper Mario. It's just what? What are you even talking about? Like, first of all, like Paper Mario still exists, right? Like, so instead of like petitioning to have the gameplay return to like the first two games, or specifically the Thousand Year Door, like instead of like really adamantly like coming out to support like the Thousand Year Door remake and like being like you know showcasing their love and appreciation for that game, letting their opinion be heard, like instead they want an unrelated video game series from another developer to stop being made. So, what? That doesn't even make any sense. How would canceling Mario and Luigi make Paper Mario better? Like, how would that work? Like, what exactly is the logic behind it? That, like, do you think do you think the Nintendo will put like more RPG aspects into Paper Mario? That would be weird considering how much these kind of people hate RPGs in general. Like what exactly are you hoping to accomplish? Like, completely fuck everyone who likes Mario and Luigi, who wants the developers to do well, who wants to see these games keep getting made, who enjoy them for what they are. Like, no, I want Paper Mario, and not like something like Sticker Star or Color Splash. It has to be the Thousand Year Door 2. We gotta see Vivian back and Gloria say HD. We gotta have like paper cutouts. We can't have those outlines on the Toads though. That would be a travesty. Like, it's like you look at like what these people say and what they do and how they act, and like especially their coverage of Mario and Luigi Brothership, and you just have to like look at them and ask them like, what are you thinking? Because this goes beyond like just mere fanboyism. Okay, this goes beyond just like loving and appreciating like the Thousand Year Door for what it is. Because I like the game, right? Like I enjoy the Thousand Year Door. I always have. But like it really has gotten to the point where the Thousand Year Door to me represents like the absolute bottom of the barrel, like man child, like GameCube baby, like takes imaginable. Because like the idea that the Thousand Year Door specifically is one of the best games ever made is so laughably stupid to me. Because like I thought that when I was 8. No, how old was I when I came out? 8, 9, 9, 10. Like I thought that when I was a kid. Okay, like I thought that when I first played the game. Spent like hours and hours doing that, discovering all the NPCs, going through the plot, like really appreciating that game for what it is. Like it was one of my favorite all-time favorites for a very, very, very long time. I nothing will ever take that away from me. That game is very important to me for that reason, right? But there is the real grim reality of that is that as you get older and as you get more experience and you start playing other games, you start appreciating other types of games. You enjoy Super Paper Mario for what it is. You enjoy Sticker Star for what it is. And yes, you enjoy Mario and Luigi for what it is. And of course, you appreciate like other RPGs too, like Xenoblade or a Fire Emblem or the likes. But no, like when you look at what the Paper Mario fanboys pull every single time. Like they don't care about anything else Intelligent System does. They don't care about Advance Wars or Fire Emblem or newer Paper Mario games. Like no, they just want more classic Paper Mario. And they'll go to like extreme lengths to try and make that happen. Like when Alpha Dream went bankrupt, like I saw these people celebrating. I saw them make tweets on Twitter, and I saw them like act as if like this was a shot at them getting old school Paper Mario back. And to me, it was just like this really strong indication of just how toxic these people actually are. Like they really have no respect for what Mario and Luigi is at all, right? They have no respect for what those developers are doing, what Nintendo wants out of Mario RPGs. They have no consideration for the team or like what Nintendo wants. Like all they care about is like, but I want Paper Mario 3 though. And like you've seen this in like their review coverage and their shilling and just the insane hot takes they've put out recently. Um, it's just appalling to see these people just consistently come out and do this over and over and over and over again to the point where like it gets kind of predictable. And it's one of those things where I think Nintendo must be aware of this actually, because when I look back on E3 2015, when I look back at like Paper Jam, when I looked back on like how Paper Mario fans like actively advocated to have that game boycotted because they didn't want Mario and Luigi like upstaging Paper Mario, and they were concerned about like uh the game getting the sticker star treatment or supporting Paper Mario at that point. Like they did everything they possibly could to tank that game. And because that game underperformed, unfortunately, it was a potential factor in Alpha Dream shutting down. You shut down Alpha Dream because of this issue. And to me, like it's true the team came back and in a lot of ways Mario and Luigi is better than ever, but like you really did that. You seriously undermined a genuinely great Mario RPG in order to push this nonsensical conspiracy, in order to like meme the Mario mandate into reality and to try and force Nintendo to do something that they genuinely didn't want to do. Because they've seen the numbers. They know that Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, although it is a cult classic and people still look back on it fondly, it didn't do the numbers that they were expecting. And we can see that by comparing them to Superstar Saga and like the Mario and Luigi games. Like the Mario and Luigi games are and how always have been far more popular. But Paper Mario fans, because of their fanaticism, don't see it that way. Because they obsess over like the characters in Paper Mario so much, to them, that means the games are more popular because they're more talked about online, even though they're not as played or people don't remember them as well. Like people have radically overstated like the long-standing impact of the Thousand Year Door. It isn't really one of the major GameCube hits. It's not really one of the all-time greats. But a lot of people see it that way, and there just seems to be this really stubborn refusal among these people to acknowledge that other Mario RPGs exist and in a lot of ways have surpassed the Thousand Year Door a long time ago. Not just in the Paper Mario series, but with the Mario and Luigi games and even Mario Rabbids to a certain extent. Like when you see like all the things Nintendo is doing with the Mario IP, the idea that they're creatively limiting the series in order to like new Super Mario-fy it becomes more and more like completely ridiculous. And that conspiracy was entirely pushed by paper fags. So like when you take all this into account, like it is my genuine belief, and it has been for a long time, that the Paper Mario fanboys specifically are the most autistic, the most deranged, the most insane, the most delusional, disgusting, abominable fan base in the Nintendo community. They are genuinely terrible people. And we've seen this like happen years and years. I'm not saying this lightly, okay? I'm being completely 100% serious. These people need to be reined in. We cannot let them run rampant and start talking down about other video game franchises just because they want to prop up Paper Mario more, right? Like it's just what they do is disgusting, and I think it's very important for us to take more of a stand against them because I am very sick of seeing these people come crawling out of the woodwork like a bunch of cockroaches every single time a new Mario RPG gets released or announced.